Hey friends, this is the week that your old nerd gets even older. I'm going to be 46 in a couple of days, and I have a tradition of whenever my birthday comes around, I spend a little bit more money than I usually would on a birthday gift. Last year, I was able to get this great sheet spawn off of Amazon, and this year I was trying to think what figure is it going to be. What do I really, really want that's going to be within that $30 to $50 price range because I am a nerd on a budget. And I couldn't think of just one figure. And so instead of going all out, I hit up Walmart.com where I found a great deal on a bunch of the new AEW figures I've been wanting to get, but I was waiting on for price drops. Two of them, I got at full price, and one of them, the one I'm going to open up today, I got at a steep discount because it's damaged packaging, but the figure is intact and beautiful. And so this video is going to be the first of 3 unboxings I do for my birthday week. So let's get into it. And we have Eddie Kingston here. I have an Eddie Kingston action figure. It came with your standard black and yellow attire, 2 heads, no cap or bandana, and 2 sets of hands. So let's see what this guy's about, what is going on here, and we'll compare it to the one I already have in my collection and see what I think. The main reason I wanted this one was because of the shirt and hat. It's something I didn't get on the first figure that I bought. I am really not a fan of the Jazzwares packaging. I wish it was something that was more, reusable, that you could get in and out of. But as long as the figures look great, I don't care. So the way that I do unboxings for action figures, I talk about first the appearance. How much does it look like the character is based on, and the quality of it, and then we go to articulation after that. How does it move? Are the joints good? And then after articulation, we go into accessories. And so let's start with appearance. Like I said, I like the t-shirt here. It says Eddie Kingston on it. Has the AEW logo on the bottom. And the hat. I'm not sure what the CK or CR on the hat stands for. But it is a removable piece. And when you take the hat off, it's essentially the same head that came on the first one. Okay. And so this is clever. What they did is instead of making new head sculpts, they took pretty much the existing head sculpts and they added a bandana and a hat accessory on top of it. So that was cool. And we have the rosary beads and the cross. It's all one piece. I think it could be cool if they did something with the texture. Maybe paint them a different color so it's not one amorphous piece here. But it's a small accessory. It really doesn't matter too much. So I'm not going to rag on that. Let's get the shirt off. I like that the shirt is soft goods. So it'll come on and off pretty easily. One problem you have with the soft goods shirts is that sometimes they stain the plastic. But Jazzwares is very, very good about areas they're afraid of staining. They put this plastic over. The only real bad staining I had was with my Jake Hager Inner Circle action figure. And I called up Jazzwares and they sent me a whole new torso. And so I thought that was very cool of them. And that's something that, as collectors, we need to not be afraid to get a hold of these companies to hold them accountable to their products. Either through the retailer or the company itself. Okay, and it looks almost identical to The old figure will actually get a good comparison when I pull it up, except for the accessories. We have the little logo on the back. We have the black and yellow attire, the cargo pants, all just a flat black, into the combat boot style wrestling boots, and the singlet here, and like I said, the rosary beads. And so now that we looked at the appearance, let's look at the articulation. This is standard jazz wears. The head is on the rotating ball joint. And then we go down to the shoulders. And ball joint cut between the bicep and the shoulder for left to right. Double jointed elbows. Standard wrist with removable hands. And then we get to the torso. It's on a swivel ball joint here. And the hip as well. You get left to right action on the hips. Not too much. Going down to the legs. They're on the ball joint with a thigh cut for left or right movement. Double jointed knees. And let's see. I am not seeing any horizontal movement on the boot. I think that is one. Oh, there is horizontal. It's just the right boot is very stiff. And then ankles back and forth, a little bit of side to side. And so it's the standard AEW Jazz Wears articulation. Nothing new there if you're a collector of the Jazz Wears action figures. And so let's talk about these accessories. Again, the soft goods shirt, which is cool. It comes on and off pretty easy. And I think it looks better than the bulky plastic stuff. When you have one of those heavy plastic Mattel shirts, I would have to stop the video to put it on and take it off. But you see there in a matter of seconds, he's back in the t-shirt there. The hat accessory, it fits snug, but not too tight. You could rock it backwards if you want to. That's a very fun accessory. And again, we have the alternate head with the removable bandana. So let's get the hat. We'll take the hat off. And we'll rock the bandana here. And so I like that. And again, it's a snug fitting accessory that, will stay on, but it's not a pain to get on and off. So now that we have these guys, let's compare them to the original Eddie Kingston that I have. And again, like I suspected, it is virtually the same action figure, minus the t-shirt and hat accessories, which is, I think, why I passed on it at first, because I really wanted it, but I didn't see the point in paying, full price for essentially the same figure. When you look at it, yeah, the heads are slightly different. So, what you could do is you could kind of customize it. You get an extra head, you get an extra cap. And so, boom. Here we go. Here is the OG Eddie Kingston. And here is the new one that I bought. Come to think of it, they may have came out around the same time. This may be a chase. I'm not sure. But irregardless, $10 well spent. Okay, and another thing I'm noticing here is here we have clean hands, no tape or anything. We just have the wrist tape on the new one. You have tape on the thumbs. And so that is the difference as well. But I am a big Eddie Kingston fan, so you cannot have too many Eddies. And yeah, I dig it. Well worth the price. If you don't have an Eddie Kingston, I would say you could go ahead and confidently spend that $20 on this Eddie Kingston. Well worth it. If you have this guy, unless you're wanting to pay $20 for the headband, the hat, and the shirt, I would pass on it or wait until it's discounted like I did. Because essentially, outside of, the minute hand detail, you're not getting a different figure. You still have the rosary beads, you still have the same gear, the same look, the same articulation. But in my view, being a big fan of Eddie Kingston, the hat, the bandana, the shirt are worth that discounted price. But there's no way, not even on my birthday, would I pay $20 for this one. Even though I love it, I had this one. I couldn't justify this one at that price. So that has been my first of 3 birthday week unboxings. I am very excited about what I got coming next. You guys stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep buying them figs. I'm out.